The story of Adam and Eve is one of the most enduring tales in human history. Told and retold for millennia, it speaks to something fundamental about the human experience. This is a story about innocence and temptation, obedience and disobedience, choice and consequence. It is a story that continues to resonate with people of all ages and backgrounds. In the book of Genesis, the first book of the Bible, we are introduced to Adam and Eve, the first man and woman. They are created by God and placed in a paradise known as the Garden of Eden, a place of beauty and abundance. Their story, though ancient, holds within it profound truths about human nature and the complexities of our existence. Imagine a garden of unimaginable beauty, a place where crystal-clear rivers flowed through lush meadows, where trees groaned under the weight of succulent fruit, and where the air was sweet with the scent of 1,000 flowers. This was the Garden of Eden, a paradise crafted by God for Adam and Eve. Here, they lived in perfect harmony with nature and with their Creator. Adam and Eve were given dominion over all living creatures. They wandered through this paradise naked and unashamed, their hearts filled with joy and contentment. Their days were spent in peaceful communion with God and with each other. They had no need for clothing, for they felt no shame. They knew only love, peace, and the abundance of God's blessings. One day, as Eve strolled through the garden, she encountered a cunning serpent coiled around the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The serpent, a creature of beguiling charm and subtle deception, began to question Eve about God's command not to eat from this particular tree. "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?" the serpent hissed, its voice a silken whisper that played on Eve's curiosity. The serpent, through cleverly chosen words, began to plant seeds of doubt in Eve's mind. It questioned God's motives, suggesting that he was withholding something good from them. The serpent's words wormed their way into Eve's heart, and she began to see the forbidden fruit in a new light. No longer did it represent disobedience, instead, it seemed to promise wisdom and enlightenment. Tempted by the serpent's promises and enticed by the fruit's allure, Eve took a bite. She then offered the fruit to Adam, who, though initially hesitant, also succumbed to temptation. In that moment, everything changed. The world shifted. They felt a strange new sensation wash over them, shame. Suddenly their nakedness felt different, wrong. Section 5. Banished from grace, expulsion from the garden. The consequences of their disobedience were swift and severe. God, who had walked with them in the cool of the evening, called out to them. However, this time, Adam and Eve hid, ashamed of their nakedness and fearful of God's wrath. They confessed their transgression to God, blaming each other and the serpent for their actions. God, in his sorrow and anger, banished Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden. Paradise was lost. They were cast out into the harsh wilderness, forced to toil and struggle for survival. The once unbreakable bond with their Creator was shattered. Section 6. Facing the consequences, life outside Eden. Life outside the Garden of Eden was harsh and unforgiving. The ground, once fertile and yielding, now produced thorns and thistles. Adam was forced to toil by the sweat of his brow, and Eve experienced pain and sorrow in childbirth. They faced the realities of their choice, a life of hardship and suffering. Yet amidst the hardship, there was also hope. God, in his infinite mercy, did not completely abandon them. He provided them with clothing and promised that one day, a Savior would come to redeem them from their sin. Section 7. Lessons learned, the enduring significance of choice. The story of Adam and Eve is a powerful reminder that our choices have consequences. When we disobey God's commands and choose our own way, we inevitably bring suffering upon ourselves and others. Their story highlights the importance of obedience to a higher authority, acknowledging that true freedom lies in aligning ourselves with the divine will. More than just a tale of disobedience, the story of Adam and Eve is also a story about forgiveness and redemption. Despite their transgression, God did not abandon them. He provided them with clothing, a symbol of his continued care and protection. Section 8. Echoes in the present, the timeless relevance of Adam and Eve. The story of Adam and Eve continues to resonate with us today because it speaks to universal truths about human nature. We can all relate to the allure of temptation, the struggle to make the right choices, and the pain of our mistakes. The story serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us that even in the midst of abundance and blessings, temptation lurks. It encourages us to be vigilant, to guard our hearts against those things which seek to draw us away from what is good and right. Section 9, Conclusion: A Story for All Time. The story of Adam and Eve is a timeless tale, its message echoing through the ages. It is a story about innocence and temptation, obedience and disobedience, love and loss. It is a story about the human condition in all its complexity and contradiction. As long as humans grapple with choices and their consequences, the story of Adam and Eve will continue to resonate, offering timeless lessons and profound insights into the human experience. Their story is a testament to the enduring power of hope and redemption. It reminds us that even when we fall short, God's love and mercy remain.